Greetings and welcome back. I'm the YeBittenDog, and today I wanted to talk a little bit about the New World MMO that's coming out soon. Now, the closed beta for New World, which you're seeing some cool footage of right now, starts tomorrow. Now, the closed beta is for people who have either pre-ordered or had access during testing somehow. So I'm going to be checking out this game starting this week and then moving forward. It looks really fun. I've been able to play a little bit in the alpha, and from what I've seen, I think it's going to be really solid. If the developers, Amazon Game Studios, they don't have a great track record, but they seem to be paying a lot of attention to what the community want. And that's really exciting to see, and it makes me think that there's something here that's really, really potentially special. And if you're curious about the game, feel free to hop into our Discord. The link is in the description. And since the closed beta starts tomorrow and then the full release of the game is August 31st, I believe, I wanted to run down and read through some of the official Q&A the developers have put out regarding the beta and how that's going to work moving forward. Alright, so the New World closed beta Q&A. This was posted last week. Greetings, adventurers. As we prepare for our August 34th launch, we're eager to welcome players to the shores of Eternum during our closed beta test, and excited to share all the new features and content we've added since the preview event last summer, such as beautiful and dangerous new territories, expeditions, outpost rush, new weapons, and many more quest adventures and activities for players to experience throughout the world. Yada yada yada. The game has changed quite a bit from the original preview event, like a year ago, till the alpha and then till now, and it's improved on such a dramatic scale. It got my attention immediately because I was looking at MMOs like World of Warcraft and Final Fantasy and just feeling like, man, I wish I could get a fresh start somewhere, and New World, for me at least, feels like that fresh start, because as we know, the MMO scene can be pretty brutal and games fail immediately if they're not optimized. From what I've experienced in the alpha, if it's any indicator about how the game is going to handle during the beta and then the full release, pretty exciting. And it says right here to expect a message from game director Scott Lane on July 20th at 9 a.m. Pacific time. What I would like to do is maybe live stream that directly to my channel, so if you guys want to hang out and talk about what Scott has to say, that would be pretty cool. Alright, so here's the FAQ we can go through. So can I talk, post, create content, and or stream the closed beta? Yes. During the closed beta, you're allowed to share, record, or broadcast any beta content or gameplay. I've been playing the alpha, and literally I've only done like the first 10-15 levels in the alpha. So my experience with the game is very small. I haven't seen the in-game content yet. What I'm more interested in, being honest with you, is questing, exploring, hanging out with a group of friends, and enjoying that process of playing the game. They also say that yes, you can collect and capture footage from the beta and then use it at a later time. Just be mindful of that. Will my beta progress be carried over to launch? No. So they'll be wiping all progress before the official release on August 31st, which is great, but I personally hate replaying and rehashing content and like playing the same starter zones over and over again. So although your starter zone is randomized to a point, I think that it's important for people not to go ham during the beta and only to have everything wiped and have to start over. So what I'd like to do is start to create some content showing you guys what the game looks like, showing you how combat works, showing you what to expect when you first drop into the game, and we can both sort of be newbies at it together, because so much stuff, so much content on YouTube that I see is like,
how to reach max level fast.
And it's like, the game hasn't released yet.
How to get your skills up as quickly as possible. How to be stressed out the whole time you play.
And it's like, okay, this game is very cool. There's a lot of progression. There's PvP. There's like gear and builds and all kinds of really cool stuff. But I think for people like me, there's not really a big outlet right now for people that just want to hang out, check out the game, enjoy the atmosphere, enjoy the journey. And that's what I'm hoping to do. One thing I do see a lot of content creators forgetting to mention to their viewers is that the closed beta is only going to last for just a couple of weeks, and then we have to wait for the full release. So you can see right here, the New World closed beta begins July 20th, tomorrow, and will continue until August 2nd. That means if you get into the closed beta, you're only able to play it for a short time, and then everything's going to get shut down, wiped, and you're going to have to wait another 30 days until the full release of the game. So keep that in mind when people are pre-ordering. I know people are dropping $40, $50 on this game, and then they're going, oh yeah, I really wanted to close beta, get a head start. And it's like, what is your head start really worth? I understand your head start's worth experiencing the game and knowing sort of maybe what weapons you're going to pick or what path you're going to go. But just be careful, because a lot of people burn out quickly. A lot of people don't want to replay content. So if you are interested in the game and do get access to the closed beta, I suggest you just take it slow. Enjoy the process. Try different things. Make new characters. Try different starting zones. Try different weapons. Don't stress about where you're putting any of your skill points or what you're collecting. Just run around. See if it's going to be something you enjoy. And that's what I'm hoping to do, is give you guys some information and a little taste of the game so that people can decide for themselves if they're interested in playing. But regardless, I think this is going to be a really fun time, especially with friends. This game's going to pop. It's going to be enjoyable. It's going to be new world. And if you wanted to know some of my personal initial thoughts after playing the alpha for a while, this is, in all of its forms, an MMO. It has those same systems and tropes that you see from the classics like World of Warcraft, EverQuest. You know, it's that classic system. We're seeing more of an action-based combat pushed into it, which is really fun. So it's not one of those games where it's like stand still and beat the enemy down until their health goes to zero. There are dodging mechanics, rolling mechanics, stamina that you have to monitor while you're in combat. So it feels a little bit like Elder Scrolls Online, sort of graphical style, more realistic style. The game is beautiful. It has really well done graphics for something that's not just for high-end PCs. And a more strategic combat-like game like Dark Souls or Bloodborne, where you have to be mindful of the enemy's attack patterns and where you're standing and how much stamina you've used up so you don't find yourself in a sticky situation. Like all great MMOs, there's all this extra side stuff to do, like crafting and fishing and living in the world. And I've got to see a little bit of player housing, which really seems to be robust. It's not like other games, like especially Elder Scrolls Online, it's just god-awful. I think most people could agree with that. New World took player housing where it's really something you can customize. It's really something that's worth investing in. It allows you to increase storage inventory and bonuses for the region that you bought your house in, fast travel access. And then the crafting is super cool because you don't have to pigeonhole yourselves. A lot of times in MMOs, I feel like, man, I'm not getting to do everything I wanted to do. And in New World, they're like, hey, here's some crafting. You can do it. You don't have to do it. You can do one. You can do all of them. Hey, here's some weapons. You can use whatever combination you want. You can use a bow and a musket. You can use a hatchet and a giant hammer. There's no classes, so you sort of build your own class based on the weapons you pick, and the weapons correlate to your stats. That creates a lot of freedom for someone who's like me, who's really indecisive. Maybe I want to change my character that I've had for 100 hours, but I don't want to remake a new character and play through all the content again. And the game makes that really easy. There is a cost, I think, after level 20 to respec your character and sort of change your role. So it's not an overly complicated system, but it feels really tight and really strong in all the best ways, where it's not, I've got to go watch 15 YouTube videos to understand how to build my character. I think the fun factor for people is going to be really high with the way controlling territories works. So your faction can control sections of the world, and when you do control those regions or those areas of the map, you gain all these cool bonuses. So people want to fight out in the actual world to control these strategic military type locations. And then that benefits you when you're not PvPing. It benefits you when you're just out in the world, collecting, cutting down trees, exploring with your friends. And that's definitely where it shines the most, is the vibe, the ambience. Can't speak much to the story yet. I've seen the beginnings of the story, which seem really fun and interesting and different. And I hope that continues. So if you made it to the end of the video, thanks for watching. I just kind of wanted to give you guys a quick update on where my mind is going into this closed beta and making content moving forward for the full release of the game. I hope some of you guys will sort of take the plunge with me and check this out. We can get on Discord together, hang out, have a good time. If you haven't subscribed, or if this is the first time you're seeing me, hit that subscribe button. I'd love to have you along, be part of the community. You have an awesome rest of your day. Keep kicking ass.